Guys, I'm gonna come clean. Contrary to popular belief, your boy's not really a Rizzler, right? I have no game. I have no aura. This is a true story. Once I tried talking to someone, and she asked me where I lived, to which I stared her dead in the eyes and said, "My house." You can imagine how it went after that, but like, I really, I fold, right? If they're, listen, I fold when I'm talking to pretty people. Sue me, right? Yeah, the baddies, the huzz. I fold under pressure. Regardless, though, I found a very interesting picture that we're gonna dissect piece by piece, right? Because there's a lot to cover. We got the main character. We got to get to Mr. Fister. There's a lot going on, so I say without further ado, we jump straight into it. Dating me is like MK Ultra. That's a pretty weird prompt. I'm just gonna, time out real quick. I googled that. I don't know what that means. Apparently it was some like CIA like operation they did in like the 50s, or I don't, if anyone knows what MK Ultra is, let me know, because I've heard about it, but I don't know what the hell that means in this context. But our main character comes out and says, "Need my mind utterly and completely destroyed after immense manipulation." I think this guy he's saying one of two things. Either his last relationship was a trash fire, quite frankly, a dumpster fire, and he wants to run it back, or he's telling her that he wants him to destroy his mind after manipulating him. I don't know. Already off to a freaky start. But whatever, right? The girl responds somehow, and she says, "I think this calls for overstimulation." I don't know what that means. Neither does our MC. Even he's like, what would that entail to? That's a very wide blanket of things that could happen, right? It could range from her staring at you and hitting like a right? She could like squeeze your nipples and make like owl noises. Like tickles your pits and goes like there's a lot. Overstimulation's a very wide, like, what does that mean, right? Because that could like physical abuse, right? It could be as simple as like hitting one of these, like pulling out a flashlight and just going, "That's the wrong button." Right? Like there's a lot that could happen there. And even he's confused. But the conversation ends. He tries to press. Maybe she went through his profile and just didn't like the way bro looked, right? Regardless, the conversation ends on March 14th. This guy didn't want to give up though. Our daring hero, he wanted to bag the baddie, right? He wanted to pull the huzz. So 4 days he thought about what to say. This conversation ended the 14th. It picks back up March 18th. It's the fourth quarter. It is the fourth quarter. 3 seconds left on the clock, right? It's either he makes the shot or we're going home, and the state championships are out of reach. So what does he say? What is the one thing that he says that will completely reverse this entire situation and have her flock to him, right? Just absolutely fawn over him, right? "Would you tickle me till I fart?" Then he hits a that that's your took you 4 days and that's what you're saying. Listen, I understand that, like, should he have not said that? I mean, no, because that's like a sit, like, you could say that, right? I'm not saying you should never ask anyone to tickle you till you fart, but you don't open with that after 4 days. Am I crazy? Like, if this were a thing where these two were talking and like they both found out that they were equal freaks, like they were equally as freaky, and they were like 2 days in, and he's like, "Yeah, but will you tickle me till I fart?" And then she replies with, "Does it brown?" Like, okay, sure. Maybe in that situation, whatever. That's what you open with. And first I thought this was bait, right? But as we can see from the description to the picture, she isn't texting back. I sent a follow-up asking if we're still on for that, and she hasn't replied. Why the hell would you double? If she doesn't respond the first time, why would you be like, "Nah, but seriously though, I'm feeling bloated"? What do you mean you sent her a follow? What? "No, my tummy rumbling though. I need someone to scratch." Whatever, right? So, like I always do, I go through the comments and I found one thread that I think we really need to digest, which introduces us to Mr. Fister. So, I'm going to blur all the names because I don't want to, if you care that much, I guess you could find the post. It's not hard, but for my own whatever the hell the word is, I'm going to keep these people anonymous. Why the hell would you why I don't know what I just did. Why would they want to entail Yo, can I not read? Why would they want to inhale your horrible smelling farts? Low elo play. Go back to iron and try again. To which the hero responds, I was being coy. Apparently, I googled coy because I don't know exactly what the word means. From my understanding, coy means, shy and like humble. That's no, right? No. Asking someone to tickle you, because like, okay, let's think about this. Guys, we're getting another live demonstration. Like, if someone tickled you till you fart, I don't think it's one of the things where they're like, I'm gonna tickle you, and you're like, no, I'm picturing in my head, this guy's like laying on a bed, and she's like, here comes a tickle monster, and he's here, and he's like giggling like a child. He's like, and then he lets out like a monstrous, like a, right? That's how I'm picturing this in my head. That's not coy. That's not a shy position. That's a freaky position, right? You're not being coy, you're being freaky, but whatever. Though, so the antagonist in the story, because that's what he is, he responds and says, honestly, it's pretty close to asking her if she wants to be fisted anally. That's a big leap, right? Like, sure, the farts do come out of the butts, but asking her to tickle you until you fart is a very, 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 very different thing than asking if you could shove your entire fist up her butthole. Am I crazy? I don't know why Mr. Fister brought that up. We're gonna learn why soon, but whatever. Big leap. But he finishes the sentence by saying, it's just a bit too strong, too soon, and I think she got afraid. To which the hero responds, I'm not really getting it. So it's the third party, right? I guess if this guy's Batman, this is like his Robin. Don't talk about farts. MC's confused. He doesn't know what's going on. I guess in his mind, farts are they're a normal bodily function, right? We got to talk about farts. But Mr. Fister comes back and says, the fart emits a powerful, nauseous, I don't know why he's using an emoji, nauseous smell from within the rectum, similar to when you anal fist for too long. Like, once again, why are we back to fisting? I don't know where did this come from? Why, like, you brought this up, right? Like, you brought this up. I don't know what your obsession with anal fisting is. I also didn't realize he was the CEO of farts, describing the scientific background of a fart, but whatever. The smell becomes unbearable. I need you to trust me. Women don't enjoy these things. A specific few might, but it's very rare. To which the hero comes back and says, I'm trying to find the one that does. To which Mr. Fister drops the bomb and says, you might want to explicitly mention something about this on your profile or you're going to be searching for years. I had an ex who enjoyed being double fisted. I'll never forget it, but there's no way I'll do it again. Like, this is 3 timeouts, big man. What the hell do you mean double, right? Because it is... Guys, I'm going to be honest. I have no interest in fisting. I've never... when I've, occasionally gooned to corn, I've never watched fisting. If it came on, I'd skip it, right? But that is when you shove your entire hand up there, right? So, I wouldn't say I have huge hands, but I feel like I have, like, decently big hands. Like, this is crazy, right? Like, this is... And, are you doing it like a plunger? You're hitting like a... Like, what is that? That can't be nice. Because, guys, this may be a shocking lore fact for you. I know the human butthole can fit at least one fully grown adult raccoon in it. I think more. I think maybe like 2-ish. You could Google that. That's a real fact. But this is crazy. But whatever. Mr. Fister's out of his mind, right? All right, we're back. This was just an interesting story, right? I didn't actually finish like reading the text thread because I was like, all right, dude, I'm in over my head. I do not belong here. But our main character, at least as of right now, ended the conversation with, I make it clear through the DMs, daddy knows what daddy wants. And I think that perfectly summarizes what we've read. Timeout, actually, I lied. It's editing me. This picture actually describes exactly what we just read. Yeah, I say we just... I had to cut in because I forgot about this, and I think this is important. So let's get back. Let's get back to it. These people are freaks. I feel like you already have to be some type of freaky. Cause like, listen, dude, I'm all for dude. Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle subreddit on a meme weekend. Dog, I'm in there, right? But like, asking for advice on Reddit usually never ends well. And the people that ask for it are the people that you would expect to ask for it. I'm gonna leave it at that. If we want to see more of this, let me know. This place is a gold mine, right? I was scrolling. There's a lot of questionable posts in here, but yeah, it's been your boy as always. If you like the video, subscribe. Want to watch me live, you can do that too. I do it live most weeks. I do it. I go most days, not weeks. I live stream. All right, though. Yeah, I'm gonna leave. This is a train wreck, but I'm gonna go eat the second half of my lunch, and by that I mean I'm gonna have probably 3 potato chips, and then think about microwaving a piece of chicken. So, goodbye, everyone. See you next time. I what? That's not even my outro.